Interesting.
So if I keep it low and turn her up here, we should be okay. Mute yourself, Steve. Okay, let's. Might as well charge my phone while I'm sitting here.
The following is a presentation of Black Bear Sports Group. Watch the entire 2025-2026 United States Premier Hockey League season exclusively on the new home of USPHL Hockey, Black Bear TV. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to Mount Clemens Ice Arena. We're located approximately 30 minutes northeast of Motown, Detroit, in Mount Clemens, Michigan, as the former USPHL Elite Midwest Division champions, the Metro Jets Elite, will face off against the Chicago Cougars Elite. Game 2 of 3 here at MCIA. My name is Zeke Fravor, voice of the Toledo Cherokee, filling in for Matt Preer. Up high on the flight deck alongside color analyst and Black Bear TV broadcast producer Matt Naiman, cameraman Tyler Naiman, and we welcome you to the Troy Oral Surgery pregame show. For all of your oral surgery needs, from facial trauma reconstruction, oral pathology, pre and post prosthetic surgery, and more, Dr. Robert John, familiar name up here, an oral and maxillofacial surgeon, offers a full scope of oral and maxillofacial surgical procedures. With almost 25 years of experience, Dr. John brings a unique combination of medical expertise, precision, and compassionate care to the practice. Learn more at troyoralsurgery.com. Once again, we do welcome you into Mount Clemens Ice Arena. I mentioned it once already. Game 2 of 3 between these two teams. Yesterday, Matt Naiman, a 12-3 victory for the Jets over the Cougars. First period looked really, really good, and then things kind of fell apart for the Cougars.
Yeah, it did. I mean, things were looking really good. It looked like we were going to have a game much like we had in the second game. And, yeah, it's just like I said, the wheels just kind of fell off there. And once the Jets started scoring goals, there was just no stopping them. That second to third period, Chicago was doing nothing but playing D all game. And it got rough. They'd have a few breakouts here and there, good scoring chances, only able to get 2 goals total in that game. So they are going to have to figure something out to keep up with the pressure that the Jets are going to be putting on them once again.
Let's take a look at the Metro Jets. First, we'll start off with number 2, Tyler Dix, out of Mount Clemens, Michigan. Yesterday had a goal and 2 assists for 3 points. Seemed like wherever the puck was, Tyler Dix was there facilitating and putting one in.
Yeah, Tyler Dix has been getting better at that all season long. Getting more involved in the plays, getting some real good confidence out there on the ice, which is what you need some of these guys to do. You had Tyler Dix, you had Sam Hansen, guys that aren't known to be big goal scorers, scoring goals yesterday. So it's a good thing to see right before the playoffs.
Next, we'll take a look at number 13. Jarrett LeGros had himself quite a game yesterday. Last I looked, 2 goals, 2 assists for the young man out of Kalamazoo, Michigan. Also on a 4-game point streak, 3 goals, 5 assists, 8 points for LeGros. Again, another guy who really hasn't been a huge point producer, but yesterday he really showed up to play.
Yeah, it's just one of those games. He gets the 1 goal, confidence built up. He starts getting more involved, and it paid off for him and the team. So hopefully these guys can keep it going into this playoff stretch that's going to be coming up here shortly.
Next, we'll take a look at number 36. Miller Kluwer had himself 3 assists yesterday. First 3 points on the season. So he was really facilitating play. I mean, he really kind of flew under the radar yesterday with the way he played, but you look at the score sheet, he certainly made an impact.
Yeah, he was one of those players yesterday that the opposing coach would look at him and they find some stats. Oh, he's nothing to worry about. Well, he became something to worry about yesterday, and that was just awesome to see. He's getting the points, and that just completely helps with the confidence.
Certainly does. We'll take a look towards the defensive core now, starting with number 19, Scott Jua. 16 points on the season. He's got 6 assists on a 4-game point streak, and this morning will be his 75th career game. Yeah,
and it's a great thing for that young man. Jua is just a fantastic young man to talk to. Seen his development through the season. And he's just one of those players that just keeps getting better. He's always involved there on the blue line, pushing hard to hold the line, and he does a really good job doing it. And can't say enough about him. I mean, he's one of those players that any team would be welcome to have him.
Absolutely. Lastly, up front, we'll look at number 48, Sam Hansen. I know we talked about him a lot yesterday. We've already mentioned him once. Opened the scoring yesterday. Was snake bitten for most of the season, but you know it had to feel good yesterday to get that goal.
Oh, it did. I mean, he had the one the shootout goal, which was still considered, they consider it a team goal. So it's on his record, but not officially on his record. You know what I'm saying? So, but that young man tries so hard, and he just. Like I said, he rings more posts than Taco Bell has bells, and he could have quite easily had a 2 or 3 goal game yesterday. He was close on a couple of them after that first one. You could really tell he was confident firing that puck, and that's what you need from your blue line guys. They got to be confident in their shot, and he's one that's really, this season has really opened up for him, and it's just getting better.
And lastly, we'll look at projected starting goaltender today for the Jets. Number 50, Jesse Lee, gets the nod here this morning. 5'10", 175-pounder out of Highland, Michigan. On the season, he's 7-3, 0-0, 2.50 goals against average, and .887 save percentage. Of note, he is 2-0 against the Cougars this season.
Yeah, Jesse Lee has been, a pretty solid goaltender for the Jets. Thanks to the help of Randy Wilson. Does a great job with these goalies here for the Jets. And it's going to be nice to see Lee between the pipes. It's been a minute since we've seen him play, so it's going to be nice to see what he's got against this Chicago Cougars team.
They're going to be hungry. Let's talk about that Cougars team. Again, not much you can say yesterday about that 12-3 loss. A couple of lineup changes here. Most notably, Parker Jabeck slots in here this morning. Couple of top performers yesterday. Newcomer Dylan Kennedy, number 8. Actually, I think I saw him in a different jersey here this morning. Seems to have already gotten off the ice, but he had himself quite a day, a goal and an assist. He's up to 10 points on the season. Yesterday was wearing number 8. We'll have to see again. I did notice he was wearing a different jersey here today. It was royal blue, if anybody can spot royal blue.
Yeah, there was a couple of the guys out there wearing some different jerseys there in the warm-up, so not sure what that was about, what they had going on there, but hopefully they'll all be wearing the same color when they come back out.
It'll certainly make it easier on us. Another guy we want to take a look at is leading point getter for the Cougars, number 5, Nico Dugan. 2 assists yesterday. He's up to 42 points on the season. Yeah, and obviously we're at that time where guys are starting to get off the ice a little early for warm-ups, but another guy you got to keep an eye out for. He played some defense, very offensively inclined defenseman yesterday. 2 assists yesterday for Nico Dugan.
Yeah, Dugan was just one of those guys. He kept sneaking up on the play, right? And he first period that this Cougars team was fantastic. They played, if they would have played the whole entire game like that and been able to withstand that pressure, it just got to the point that they were just so short that the Jets just wore them down. And they were tired coming into the, midway through the second to the third. It was done. The guys were gassed, and the Jets saw blood in the water, and they took advantage of it, which is what the teams need to do. And you find the team's weak spot, you take advantage of it.
Next, we'll take a look at number 27, Nathan Galvin. He's got 26 points on the season, but just yesterday he was named the USPHL Elite Midwest Division Defenseman of the Month. So keep an eye on number 27 in Navy. Again, you're going to see a lot of these guys, but he was very noticeable yesterday and was rewarded for all his hard work this season, getting that nod from the league.
Yeah, and that's that's great for him. It really helps with confidence. It's a good thing that the league does stuff like that for these young guys, in this sport. And I like to see it, and especially the teams that have that struggle in the season, that the guys make that list. That really means a lot to those guys, and the parents and the team themselves that they made it in there. So I think with stuff like that, it's a great thing that the league does for these guys.
100%. I mean, you always, obviously, these guys don't really care about the recognition, but it certainly is a nice thing that they get.
Little pat in the back.
Yeah. Lastly, we'll take a look at projected starting goaltender today for the Cougars. Number 32, Aiden Wagner, came on in the third period yesterday for the Cougars in relief of Roman Stefik. Stopped 10 out of 16 shots. On the season, he's 0-11, 0-0, a 6.70 goals against average, and .873 save percentage. But again, we talked about it. You come in the third period, I mean, at any point when you don't expect to get in the game, it's a tough thing to do. And you know, you said the blood in the water, Metro, in that third period really just poured it on.
Yeah, when you change a goalie out like that, especially in the third, he literally had 30 seconds of warm up, and then the Jets started just shellacking him with pucks, and he did everything he could to stop him, and you know, it was just the Jets had him on the move, going side to side, and just sniping him left and right, and you know, hopefully he'll have a better game here today. Now that he knows he's got the start, he's been out there for the full warm-up, so we'll see what this is going to bring.
Certainly we'll see this game. You know, these two teams, they know each other very well on the season. 12-3 final yesterday for the Jets. You know they're going to want to continue that hot streak coming into this one. We thank you for tuning into the Troy Oral Surgery pregame show. Puck drop slated for 11:30 a.m. here this morning in Mount Clemens, Michigan. We're going to step aside for the ice cut, and we'll see you a little bit before puck drop. And good morning and welcome once again to Mount Clemens Ice Arena, located approximately 30 minutes northeast of Motown, Detroit. Took me a little bit longer than a half hour to get from Detroit up to Mount Clemens here this morning. A little bit of snow, not as much ice as they were thinking, but we are here. And we have all the action live. My name is Zeke Fravor, voice of the Toledo Cherokee, filling in for Matt Preer up in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan at the I-500 snowmobile race. Alongside me, color analyst and Black Bear TV broadcast producer Matt Naiman, cameraman Tyler Naiman, as we send it down to the voice of MCIA, Sarah Vassar, for the Metro Junior Jets Hockey Organization starting lineups. Pre-game festivities are taken care of. We'll reread you one more time the Metro Junior Jets Hockey Organization starting lineups. The Metro Junior Jets offer Little Jets Learn to Skate program, house and travel hockey programs for girls and boys. The Junior Jets are also the only organization in Michigan that fields a parent Junior A hockey program. Matter of fact, 3 of them in the same facility. It's a true development ladder with some of the most experienced coaches in metropolitan Detroit. We'll start you off with the Metro Jets up front. Number 2, Tyler Dix. Number 13, Jarrett LeGros. Number 43, Carson Stump. On defense, number 24, Connor Wheeler. And number 88, Gavin Otto. And between the pipes, number 50, Jesse Lee. On the season, 7-3, 0-0 with 2.5 goals against average, and .887 save percentage. For the Cougars, Hamad Khan, Matthew Corvo, Daniel Boduk, Tyler Lukowski, Isaac Martinez. And between the pipes is Aiden Wagner, 0-11, 0-0 on the season, a 6.70 goals against average, and an .873 save percentage. Puck is down. It's hockey time in Mount Clemens, Michigan. Metro Jets and Chicago Cougars Elite is underway. Dix carries out of the zone. He's got Stomp with him, 2-on-1. Dix over for Stomp, back for Dix, and he handcuffed him with the pass. Maybe one too many passes there, Matt Naiman.
Yeah, look, he didn't look like he was really expecting the pass back. And
as Dix on the doorstep, how about it? 38 seconds in, and the Jets up 1-0. Tyler Dix, 6th goal of the season after a 3-point outburst yesterday.
Well, he made up for not getting that pass. There you go. He was able to get around. No one caught him there, back door on him. He was able to just stand right there. No one picked him up. He was able to put that right in the back of the net.
Early start in this one, earlier than yesterday's game for the Jets. Yesterday was Sam Hansen opening the scoring. Today it's Tyler Dix.
6-second differential. 35 seconds in today, 29 seconds yesterday.
Boduk through his own zone, lobs one down the ice well behind Corvo as icing called. As you take a look at the man who touched the puck, number 19, Scott Jua. 75th career game here today. We talked about him a little bit in the Troy Oral Surgery pregame show. Longevity for sure, 6 points on his 4-game point streak for number 19. Face-off won by Boduk. Had himself a goal yesterday. Can't miss him, number 29. Solidly built hockey player. Laprise, he's in, shot and a blocker save made by Wagner. Laprise works one up to the point for Hansen. Throws one towards the net. Loose on the doorstep. And Wagner holding strong. I don't believe Graham got all that shot that he wanted.
No, it didn't look like he was. He kind of got, he had defenseman stick on top of his, so he wasn't able to really wrap that shot in there.
Just a minute, 9 seconds into this one. Tyler Dix, the opener, as it's fired around by Vander Velpen. To the far side for Dugan. Jua steps up, throws one towards the net, sticked on to the near side. It'll be played by Grady Smith. Back down to the corner it goes. Laprise, watched closely by Vander Velpen. Now worked up to the point. Jua, stick handle, shot blocked, broke the stick of Dugan. Got to drop the stick. He does, gets off, grabs the new one. Hansen back in his defensive zone, finds Laprise with a beautiful seeing eye pass on for Jua, who flops one into the near side corner. Wheeler and Stop, the assists on the Dix goal. Nice pressure here from the Jets. Graham works his way in. Flopped back down the ice. Picked up by Mulligan on the backhand. Watched closely by Dugan. Tries a centering pass into the skates of Mulligan. Stretch pass on ahead for Aksenov. Left one for Ricosta. Ricosta works his way in. Slowly into the zone. That puck somehow got underneath of Wagner.
No, it stayed out. It stayed out. It looked like it was underneath his pad. He didn't know he had it underneath his pad because he was just dragging it around to go around back, and it got stuck right on the post in the pad. No one knew where it went. He didn't even know he made the save.
Wagner doing the smart thing, reaching behind him.
And not moving, staying still.
Usually that's what they tell you as a young goaltender. If you don't know where it's at, you assume it's underneath you, just stop moving so you don't put it in yourself.
Yeah, wait till that whistle blows, then you can move.
Boduk picks up. He's got a wicked shot. You saw it there. Blocker to side by Lee. Aksenov behind Ricosta with the pass. He'll just dump one in and give chase. Ricosta behind the net. Is stepped into by Hamad Khan. Drop pass Aksenov. Aksenov towards the net into the skates of Tyler Lukowski, who carries up ice 3-on-2. Lukowski just dumps in. Picked up near side corner on the forehand by Otto. Watched by Corvo, centering feed. Nice heads-up play by Lee to kick that one aside. Aksenov down the ice in a foot race with Lukowski. Lukowski gave it away to Ricosta. He's got a man. It's Lubers at the net. Redirects it just wide. Thrown back through the goal mouth. Big bounce. Lorraine unable to handle it. Corvo. Watch out, Lorraine. Got to keep your feet moving. As Corvo leads Boduk with the pass. Lee, the save. He'll hang on. 16:24 to go in the opening frame. It's 1-0 Metro. Face-off coming up, glove side of Lee. Vander Velpen won it behind him into the skates of his teammate. Played quickly down the ice by the Jets. Pulik onto the near side for Galvin. The USPHL Elite Midwest Division Defenseman of the month for January. As Jabek gives chase, holds in. Jua gives chase. One-handed poke on ahead intended for Schwarzer, who has it now. Schwarzer accelerates. Airmails one intended for Chambers. Kicked aside Galvin. Now Wheeler picks up. Motors through the neutral zone. Wheeler, tight angle shot. Blocker to side by Wagner. Pulik picks up. Under the watchful eye of Schwarzer. Takes it away now. 15:44 to go in the first period of play. Dugan, toe drag. Has a man open. It's Galvin. He's in all alone. Galvin the shot. And Lee the save. Beautiful save by Lee. Galvin snuck behind the defensive core for the Jets. And now back the other way goes Schwarzer. Shot, stick behind the net by Wagner. Post to post he goes, watching Schwarzer to the slot. Nice play by Dugan on the stick lift. Hansen with a wrist shot, and Wagner has to fight that one off. He'll hang on with 15-12 to go in the first period of play.
Boy, Hansen was hoping for another one there, man. That was a nice shot he had, too.
Almost the same kind of play as yesterday. Work
Exactly.
outside, back in, throw it towards the net. You never know what can happen.
Yeah, that they do a great job with it, too, going low to high and firing those shots like that. They do a really good job. That's something they work on quite a bit.
Cookman unable to get around Stomp. Now in goes Tyler Dix, throws on the brakes, passes up to the point. Carried out of the zone by Cookman. Unable to get around Mulligan. I'll bet you he wants a mulligan on that one.
Yeah.
Hansen feeds on across for Connor Mulligan. Dumps in. Wagner slows things down and quickly retrieves the puck. Didn't like what he saw in front of him. 14:40 left in the first period. 1-0 Jets.
Well, and that's a smart play by Wagner too. Even though he had three of his guys around him, the Jets were coming in. Stop the play. Get the guys a little bit of a rest, right? Freeze that puck. Stop it. Give them that little bit of a break. They can extend their energy into the second. They'll have the break after the first. So maybe that's just something that they had discussed and talked about, and that's what they're going to try to do here today.
Cookman down the ice was tipped in as Corvo is knocked aside by Dix. LeGros trying to dig it free. It's played back in. Mulligan onto the near side for Dix. Checked out of the play. Stomp gives chase on the near side. Played to the point. Mulligan jams one down for Stomp. Laid one behind him for LeGros, who gets dumped. Delayed penalty coming up here to the Cougars. Stomp the shot. Hit a body in front. Lee finally realizes that the penalty is on the Cougars as play is halted. Hamad Khan is heading to the box. Cross-checking is the call. And that will bring up our first Metro Jets Foundation power play of the game. Every power play goal scored by the Metro Jets. MJDP and Jets Elite on home ice at Mount Clemens Ice Arena. A donation will be made to one of the many youth hockey organizations here within the metropolitan Detroit area. Power play on the season for the Jets, operating at 14.1% as it's thrown towards Wagner. Puck squirts free, which is 23rd in the USPHL Elite. Penalty kill for the Cougars, 68%. Wired shot high and wide, which is good for 44th in the USPHL. 3 shorties on the season, Matt Naiman.
Yeah, I mean, they got a fairly decent power play, but right now Cougars doing a pretty good job on keeping them off the scoreboard on this power play. But we see that they're going to be getting back into the zone. They're going to set it back up, and they're going to start firing shots once again.
There's one off the stick of Maxley. Save was made by Wagner. Otto walks the blue line, drops one off to the half wall for Smith. Down to the far corner he goes for Graham. Tight angle through the goal mouth, trying to connect with LaPrice. Back up to the point. Otto walks, fires, redirected in front. Lukowski couldn't clear the zone. Galvin does as Otto, trying to watch out for the linesman over there, picks up in his own defensive zone. Firing a pass to the center of the ice for Lubers. Lubers, little head fake, drop pass for Otto. Somehow he got that. Otto, the shot blocker save. Ricosta picks up far side corner, 25 to go on the power play for the Jets. Jua for Ricosta, drops one down. Thrown back in front, Ricosta the shot. Wagner tight to the goal line, had to stop himself. His momentum was taking him back towards the inside of the net.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate that he had to play it like that because he was just so close. He was right on that line. And generally, you don't like to see a goaltender playing that far into the net. You want to see him come out, cut off those angles.
17 seconds left on the Metro Jets Foundation power play. As Dugan carries up ice, Lorraine tries to grab it. Dugan knocked to the ice. We continue on. The Cougars bench was looking for a call there. Aksenov has Ricosta with him. Aksenov, down he goes. It's sticked into the corner by Wagner. We're back to full strength. Dugan on the stick lift there. Looks skyward as he couldn't believe defensively that had happened to him. J-back behind the net. Works one out wide for Dugan. Wasn't expecting it. I think he fully expected that to go to Dylan Kennedy there.
Yeah. Well, that along there, too. They were making that change at the same time, so it was kind of a risky little time to make a change right there.
There's a wrist shot, glove down by Lee. That is not Dominic Mena in the number 19. He plays on the Premier team. See if they've updated any of the numbers on the website.
Oh, that ought to make it fun for me tomorrow if they're going to do this.
Yes, I do not see a number 19 on the live scoring, so we'll have to keep our eyes peeled. If you are looking at the live scoring, Dylan Kennedy is not wearing number 24 this morning either. I think I saw him in Jakubiak's number 6, so that's not Jakubiak on the ice either. He will be playing in the next game as Chambers throws one wide of the net. Just trying to keep everything straight in my mind. Hansen, the shot, hit a body in front.
Look at that.
2-0. Did it hit a jet, or was that Sam Hansen?
Let's see.
He's going to be first through the handshake line. How about it, Sam Hansen? Second of the 3-game series. Give him 4 goals on the season. We said it yesterday. He's feeling it offensively. And that was traffic in front. You throw it towards the net. Good things happen.
That's it.
Sam Hansen.
Good job on that, young man. 2 goals, 2 days in a row.
And he may want me up here tomorrow. Right. Pulick to the near side wall. Played along by Cookman off the stick of Wheeler.
Yeah,
Hansen.
I think we're just going to keep you here. You can't go to your Toledo game. It's not going to be worthwhile you going. I'll just tell you that right now. How's that?
I think we'll have a pretty good game. Cherokee
you guys always give us a good game.
Yeah, and you know what? That's kind of really for you guys probably the last tune-up for the Big Jets as Chambers carries on in. Chambers the shot. Probably the last big tune-up for you guys. I know you guys have Fresh Coast coming up as well.
Yeah, and if it wasn't for the games here tomorrow, I'd be going down there.
Again, they should be
a
great
You guys
game.
treat us well down there. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. It's kind of a mutual respect thing, right? I mean, obviously on the ice, the Toledo and Metro, not the fondest of each other, but it's a great thing that we can have this working relationship, the respect that we have. Boduk carries on in. Nice play by Wheeler there. But, yeah, it'll be a great time tomorrow. That's crazy. I keep thinking today is like Tuesday or Wednesday.
Kind of feels like it with the way everything's going.
Corvo throws it out of the zone. I got to get myself – it's Friday. Got to get down on Friday, or whatever the heck that song says. Dix carries on in. Can he add another goal to his total? Dix, tight angle off the side of the net. He's been all over the ice offensively yesterday and today. Played down the ice. Galvin down the ice. Works through Mulligan. And a delayed penalty coming up here. See what Derek Woodworth decides to call. Maybe a hook, maybe a hold. Hold would be my guess. As Mulligan heads to the box.
Holding.
Yeah, had it whittled down to 2, and that will bring up the first take it to the mat. Michigan Athlete Training penalty kill. The official training facility and gym of the Metro Jets. It's fully equipped with a 4,000 square foot gym. It's got turf, changing lockers, a player lounge, and a shooting gallery. The mat is located next to the team's locker room and is the home of the Metro Jets Hockey Club and all Metro Junior Jets Association teams. Best opportunity of the game here. The Cougars want to get back into this. Obviously, they had the breakaway, but up to this point, really it's been all Jets.
Yeah, it really has. This is going to be an opportunity, like I said, this isn't one of the little things. This is one of the must-do things, and they're going to have to take advantage of this power play to get right back into this game and only be down 1.
Shot glove down by Lee. The Jets penalty kill 89% on the season, 19th in the USPHL. They do have 5 shorthanded goals on the season, which is good for 15th in the league. We look at the power play for the Cougars, 3.7%, 37th in the USPHL. So on paper, quite the mismatch. They did have a couple good looks yesterday early on their power plays.
Yeah.
But we're kind of seeing the same thing. The first 20 to 30 seconds, you get the offensive zone face-off, you control play as they try to work through a couple of bouncing passes. So 40 seconds have already passed by on this power play for the Cougars. Dugan on ahead.
Jets able to clear that one back out. They were trying to put it up. They were trying to wrap around, put it up top. The Jets were able to take it and throw it right up top.
Jua back down the ice as Lukowski fires a pass on for Dugan. Dugan speeds up the far side. Lost his stick and the puck. It's dumped down the ice by the Jets. Pass on ahead for Kennedy. A goal and an assist yesterday. Drops one down. Otto quickly to the puck to the far side. He goes with it. J-Beck cross corner dump. As Hamad Khan walks the blue line. Passes off for Dugan. Cycles one down for Kennedy. Kennedy. Nice play by Otto. Shoveled up to the point. J-Beck down behind the net. Dugan picks up. 10 seconds to go on the power play. Nico Dugan. Slowly. Nice move. Trying to get around LeGros. Thrown towards the net as Lee hangs on. Penalty expires. We're back to full strength.
Lee had to take a quick look at that one, too. I mean, that kind of hit him down low on the stripes when he was down on the butterfly. And almost didn't recognize that he had it. He had to look for it quickly.
Number 19 in Navy is Jack Martino. He was wearing 20 yesterday. He's wearing 19 today. There we go. I was looking. I'm like, he looks so familiar.
I'm going to need that sheet for tomorrow.
Well, keep your eyes peeled. You have to talk to the coaching staff.
It might change again.
Heavy collision. Hansen heavily down. Quickly back up. Taken away by Cookman. I'll leave you the sheets. Maybe I'll update my stuff when I get home. Maybe I'll email them off to you. Graham, jump cut, nice move. Graham across the shot. Wagner looked like he got a piece of that off the stick of Grady Smith. Graham up to the point. Wheeler pulls in. That puck was up on edge from the very jump. Sends it up and out of play.
He went golfing.
A little cold for golf today. I mean,
that's why it's inside.
I did drive past a golf course going down I-94 this morning, but I took my clubs out of my car before last weekend. I was like, man, if I had my clubs, I'd stop off, hit a couple of drives, and keep on going.
Go to Top Golf.
That's a very good idea. Not too far from here, is it? What's
No,
that, Auburn Hills?
Yep, not far at all, right off 75. Right by the Great Lakes Crossing.
Wheeler the shot, hit a body and Karams wide. I don't know. Usually once I put the sticks away for the winter, I don't get them out till spring, so the first couple rounds really inflate my handicap. Sent in front. Laprise scores! He beat Wagner short side. Grayson Laprise. 19th goal of the season. 46th career point. And how about he continues his point streak? He's up to 6 games now.
Fantastic for that young man. I mean, this is good, like I said, good opportunity for guys that aren't your everyday goal scorers for the Jets. Laprise is involved a little bit more than normal, but than some of the other guys. But it's like I said, it's great to see these guys coming in and putting up goals and putting up points and getting real comfortable with themselves and building up that confidence right before the playoff push.
Aksenov carries on in. Drop pass to the near side for Racosta. Up to the point for Wheeler. Held in by Wheeler. Racosta near side corner. 6:14 to go in the first period. 3-0 Jets. It's really been all Jets here in this one. Shot blocked by Poole. Lee with a drive and gloved down by Wagner. You know, we were talking about starting to clinch playoff spots yesterday, Matt. And between the time we called this game yesterday, started at noon, to the time I got home at 6:35 yesterday, teams have officially started to clinch. You got the little Y, the X. Nobody's clinched the entirety of the league yet as Lubers gives chase. But you see a bunch of little X's by teams, obviously, in this division. Every team is going to have that X that they clinch the spot as Aksanov picks up, works up top. Zhua angles one back for Aksanov. Top of the circle. Aksanov wheeling around. Aksanov the shot. Wagner the save. Aksanov takes his man down. Costa. Mohawks trying to accelerate. Passes up to the point for Mulligan. Lays one for Lubers. The shot is blocked by Pulik. 5.5 to go in the period. Held in. Lubers down to the near side corner. Costa got Aksanov at the net. Tries to heighten one up to him as Costa picks up again. A bouncing pass as that's going to escape the zone. Worked on back. Mulligan, stretch pass ahead for Aksanov. He's got Lubers with him. Aksanov cuts out wide. Shot sticked into the corner by Wagner. Costa held to the wall by Pulik. Aksanov spins one back down for Costa. For Lubers. Works around. In tight shot, and Wagner hangs on. Smith and Lee getting a couple assists on the last goal.
Yeah, I'll have to give you the invite, Zeke, and sometime in the spring with the new company the wife and I opened up, we plan on doing an outing at Topgolf. So maybe I'll shoot you an invite and come on over.
Yeah, for sure. Let me know. Got to get that drive dialed in before I start slicing them, and then I hook them, and I have to do all these adjustments. And
well, as long as you don't do what my son Trevor did. He used to have a hook and a slice on his, and he would shoot that thing. I mean, it was like a rocket. It would go over the netting and into the parking lot.
That sounds about right for the first couple rounds. If I straighten it out, I don't want to overshoot this. 280, 285 off the tees. Not bad for a 5', 755-pound guy. I
used to golf all the time, and with the 3 back surgeries, it kind of makes it difficult. So, a couple hours for me at Topgolf, and I am done for a couple days after. But I do enjoy it, and I use the clubs that they have there. I got rid of my clubs. I don't even have them anymore.
Yeah, see, I take the clubs. I may have to take my driver because I swing too hard. I'm in one of the stiffer flex because I swing about 110, I think is what my last reading was. Because I went there.
Hercules, jeez.
I don't know where it comes from. I'm not insinuating that I'm a good golfer by any stretch of the imagination. I have this conversation. Are you good at golf?
You have to remind me of one of the breaks. I'll look for there's a video I got from our fundraiser that we did a few years back with the Jets. And some of the guys teeing off. I got a great video for you to see.
Icing called against the Jets as we turn our attention back to the ice. I think everybody is just ready for spring at this point.
Yeah, get my boat in the water.
Break out another 1,000. Isn't that what that stands for?
That's it.
Quick shot blocked by LeGros. Hands one off for Dix, just too far ahead. Dix, far side corner, is hit high by J-Back. Penalty coming up here. Dix still on the ice.
Yeah, that one will shake you up a bit, more or less, knock the wind out of you. He's getting up. He's definitely shaking up. I mean, that was a good head. It's probably going to be a boarding call. Oh, head contact. Okay.
Yeah.
Thought it might have been a boarding. Good to see he skated off on his own. I mean, that was a pretty big hit there right on the boards. Never want to see any player go down regardless of what it was.
Certainly not. As Sarah Vassar and I, that is Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club on ice reporter Sarah Vassar and I, conversate over iMessage who we're going to talk about or who we're going to talk to.
That's what I was just looking at, kind of.
We have our thoughts. I will show you a couple of names, Matt Naiman. As there's a shot from Wheeler. Jets again on the Metro Jets Foundation power play. .333 to go, first period of play.
Just like what Sarah says, too. That's
up top, Lorraine, the shot, sticked aside by Wagner. Cookman held in at the point. Lorraine, the shot, sticked into the near side corner. Lots of Jets in the vicinity. It's Graham who picks it up. Graham, nice edge work. Centered in front, LaPrice.
I will leave that up to you. That's going to be a you and Sarah, I think.
Oh, that right there would have made things a little bit easier had Grayson LaPrice put that in. 3:10 to go in the first period. Wheeler from the point works one down for Graham. Down he goes. Smith in front for LaPrice again. Lukowski got a piece of it, cleared down the ice. Quick shot. Lee with a little bit of trouble holding on to that. Keeps things going for Lorraine. Under a minute to go on the power play here. Wheeler works down to the near side corner. Ricosta, the shot. Luber's on the doorstep. Ricosta sweeps one up to the point for Wheeler. Lorraine with the shot, hit a body in front. Lubers drops one back. Aksanov up top to the point. He goes Wheeler towards the net. Wagner got a piece of that and quickly grabs it back into himself. He'll hang on. 2:09 to play in the first period. It's 3-0 Jets. Really different first period here today, Matt. Yesterday was so tightly contested. Both teams had their opportunities, and today really felt like the Jets came out and immediately hit the gas pedal.
More like, let's just end this, get it over with, right? And they had that as a stick lost gone over the blue line there.
That was Kennedy. He was looking for a penalty. He was talking to Derek Woodworth. Lubers in front for Ricosta.
And that honestly could have been. I mean, it got hacked right out of his hands there. So
as we return to full strength here in this one, Aksanov carries on into a trio of Cougars. Lubers picks up, backhands one across. Aksanov up top he goes. Jua using his large frame to protect the puck. Lubers bounces one, little off angle, too acute of an angle, need a little bit more obtuse of an angle on that pass. That puck dies at the blue line. Lee throws one to the near side corner, 1:09 to go in the first period. Ricosta up top for Jua. Through traffic, Lubers was waiting on the redirection, just missed the puck. Chopped down the ice by Kennedy, as you'll see a wholesale change from the Cougars. Or not, as icing is called.
Yeah, and that was just one on that last play. Martinez was there tied up. And instead of going after the puck, which was sitting right there on the blue line, was worried about tying up our player. Great opportunity for him to tap that puck out and get a rush down the other way, but instead chose to just try to push our player around and not keep track of the puck. So it was a missed opportunity right there for Chicago.
Spend extra energy that you could use later on as the shot towards the net by Chambers is redirected high and wide. They're going to need it. Down 3 goals here, long shot, Hansen. I mean, if we had a stats department here, we'd have to go back and see how many shots he is up to over yesterday and today's game through almost 4 periods of hockey. He's got to be close to double digits.
Yeah. I mean, you could tell he's shaking his head. He's enjoying himself out there with already a goal here in the first period. So, Mama Jill Hansen out there over there in the corner taking the pictures there. That's a happy mom moment for any of them.
Played around by Lukowski, given up to Schwarzer. 35 to go in the period. Shot from Mulligan, blocked. Stretch pass on ahead, 2-on-1. Dugan with Martino. Nice play by Hansen blocking it. He's feeling that a little bit, shaking his left leg as he skates up ice. Chambers, the shot. Wagner pads that one aside. Chambers picks up near side corner, under 20 to play in the frame. Schwarzer across the blue line for Otto. Back for Mulligan, stepped into by Dugan, not enough to knock the puck free. Under 10 to play, jammed up the ice. Martino, 2-on-2, puck taken away by Otto, now taken back by Dugan through the goal mouth with the pass. Again, nothing comes of that opportunity. As we are through 20 minutes of play here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena.
I'm going to see if I can do this here. The new setup we got with the wireless mic.
As Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club on-ice reporter Sarah Vassar has our first period interview with the man who opened the scoring in this one. Number 2, Tyler Dix, scored his 6th goal of the season, and he's up to 4 points in 2 games in this series against the Cougars. Sarah, take it away.
Thanks, Zeke. So, Tyler, you had the first goal of the game. Can you walk us through what you saw there?
Yeah, honestly, I mean, I was just kind of like camping back door. Wheeler had the puck up top, just, kind of shot it. I don't know if it was intentional at me or not, but my stick was there and kind of bounced off my leg, and I'm like, that's kind of weird, but hey, a goal's a goal. So I'd rather score with my stick, but I mean, whatever.
Well, whatever works. So what do you think that you guys did well in yesterday's game that you need to carry into today?
Just dominate again, just kind of like move the puck more. We're like really sloppy with the puck because guys trying to be like selfish, move around themselves, and just like kind of just like space out it, space out the floor like they'd say, and just move it well and just shot. I mean, just shot. Eventually, they're just going to keep going in. So it ain't got to be pretty. So.
All right, well, good luck with the rest of the game. Back up to you guys on the flight deck.
Thank you, Sarah. That was Tyler Dix opened the scoring here in this one for the Jets. Goal scorers in the period, Grayson Laprise as well as Sam Hansen. After 1 period of play, it is 3-0 Jets over the Cougars. We're going to step aside for this ice cut. You are watching Metro Jets hockey live and exclusively on Black Bear TV. And we welcome you back to Mount Clemens Ice Arena. We'll have our National Coney Island first period recap. National Coney Island has been in business since 1965. That's over 60 years, and currently owns and operates over 20 restaurants here in southeastern Michigan. Corporate headquarters are located just down the road in Roseville, Michigan, home of the original location. Call 1-888-44-CONEY and order now. We do have a scoring change. Not goals and assists, but a count. Somehow I completely misread Tyler Dix's stats in doing my preparation for this game yesterday. And that is goal number 11 on the season. He has 12 assists, 23 points. So goal number 11 for Tyler Dix. Wanted to clarify that. It was brought to my attention. But he opened the scoring here in this first period of play. Again, yesterday he had 1 goal, 2 assists, 3 points. He's up to 2-2-4 stat line over yesterday in today's game. That was 37 seconds in, assisted by Wheeler and Stump. Then it took a little bit longer for the Jets to answer after that 8:52 mark. Sam Hansen picks up another goal, assisted by Chambers and Schwarzer. And then about 4.5 minutes after that, Grayson Laprice potted his 19th of the season, assisted by Smith and Lee. And the Jets made no mistake. They wanted to be up early in this one. They took the lead and have not looked back.
No, they haven't. They jumped right out, and Chicago's definitely looking a bit flat-footed there. They've had their opportunities, haven't been able to capitalize. They've had the power play. Again, haven't been able to capitalize. So it's going to turn down to they're going to need a lucky break, and again, like some puck luck, and just give the guys some confidence that they can get past Lee there between the pipes, and they can do that. You might see you're going to see a bit of a change here on the Cougars, but right now it's frustrating for them because they haven't been able to solve Lee and get one behind them.
Absolutely. Shots after 1 period of play. The Jets with 21. The Cougars with 7. Puck is down. Once again, it's hockey time here in Mount Clemens, Michigan. Otto gives chase. Beauduc on him as Otto feeds just too far for Stump, but angled perfectly. Hamad Khan retreats and retrieves and fires around. Held in by Wheeler. Puck kicked out of the zone as Otto dumps in. Matt, I want to go back to see what the heck I read where I misread Tyler Dix's stats.
So kind of briefly looking at the stat line when you had that, and
I don't know where the heck I could have misread that. Maybe it's dyslexia. Late onset dyslexia. Fired up to the point. Wheeler walks in, fires a shot wide. Laid out into the neutral zone. Wheeler picks up. Slowly back into his own zone. Fires on ahead for LeGros as it's fired down the ice. No icing coming as we are 1 minute into this second period of play. Otto gonna circle on back. Create some more space, try and let his guys get open. Lugs it himself through the neutral zone. Otto on ahead. Dumps into the far side corner. Lukowski gives chase, picks up on the backhand and the near side. Oh my goodness. Wagner gloved that down off the stick of Lukowski. Tried to go in front of the net with it, and Wagner just reached out and snagged it. Dangerous play. If that bounces out of the glove, you're looking at maybe a 4-0 game. The Graham, Smith, Laprice line out for the Jets. Laprice walks into a shot, can't get it away. Jua, the shot blocked by Pulik. Graham cuts in, fires the shot off the side of the net. Laprice grabs it, fires up top for Jua. Across he goes, no look pass, gave it away. Nice play to get it right back. Delayed off sides. Vander Velpen picks up. Over the red line he goes. Puck knocked off his stick as offsides called against the Cougars. .13 to go, second period of play. 3-0 Jets. Galvin pokes the puck in. Vander Velpen hops over a couple of sticks and is quickly lobbed back into the neutral zone. Smith carries on ahead. Nice recovery by Galvin. Lays one back. Second time a Cougar has put one right towards his own net. Smith the shot. Laprice on the doorstep. It's still loose. And Wagner jumps on it. found it underneath somebody down there. Probably it looked like it was in the skates of LaPriest still.
Yeah, the Jets once again just right back to putting pressure on them. And they're, like I said, the Jets just aren't, they're not the team to give up. They're going to keep their foot on the gas and just keep her going.
Played along by J-Beck. Thrown towards the net. Racosta, stick lifted. Kennedy trying to break free. Skated right into Hansen. Pulick gives chase. Racosta on his inside hip. Fired around by Pulick. Lubers lost the puck. Galvin up the near side wall. Right into the skates of Hansen. He went with a pass, who took a tumble. Laid back by Kennedy. Pulick rumbles on ahead, dumps in. As Jua, far side corner, tries to jam one around Kennedy. Now Lubers picks up. He was supporting his defenseman as he should as a winger. Aksenov through. Aksenov across. Lubers scores! Beautiful setup. That all started back in the defensive zone. Lubers supporting defensively, leads to the break the other way. Aksenov somehow broke through the Cougars' defensive core there. Bing, bang, boom. Lubers extending his point streak. It's now a 5-game point streak. He's got 10 points in that time span. Kennedy skates on ahead into some traffic. Mulligan activating offensively. Mulligan on in. Throws one towards the net. Kahn got a piece of it. Glove down by Wagner. .39 to go, second period of play. Lukowski into the skates of Schwarzer. Chambers for Maxwell, who had himself a couple of goals yesterday. Chambers back on the near side, trying to recover that loose puck. Fired around by Martino. Schwarzer on the backhand to the point for Lee. The shot blocked by Hamad Khan. Bless you, Tyler Naiman. I saw that.
For those of you who might have saw the shot on the camera shake a little bit. Got to get that sneeze out of the way.
Just under 4 minutes into the second period. Kennedy takes the puck away. Lee has himself a point in this one, an assist. Held in by Dugan. Shot was blocked. Lee into the neutral zone for Schwarzer. Carries through the Jets logo at center ice. Chambers was about 5 feet. Looked to be 5 feet off sides there. Heads off for a change. Mulligan, a nice play to kick that one free. Picked up by LeGros. Jarrett LeGros down the ice, down the near side. LeGros cuts in. Tight angle. Wagner the save. Hamad Khan towards the blue line. Lorraine holds in. Sauced on across for Dix. Backhands to the point. Mulligan was heading to the bench for a change. Saw the pass coming. Fires a shot as Wagner hangs on. 15-14 to go. It's 4-0 Jets. As we take a look at the Midwest Division, Chicago Crush far and away the best in the Midwest Division, among the top teams in the league. But we start looking at the playoff format. Lorraine the shot, blocker to side by Wagner. In the Midwest Division for round one, seeds 1, 2, and 3 all receive byes. Seeds 4 and 5 will play each other in round number 1. So as it stands right now, another shot glove down by Wagner. 1, 2, and 3 won the Chicago Crush. 2, the Metro Jets. 3, the Fort Wayne Spacemen. The Jets just 1 point ahead of the Spacemen right now. Spacemen with a game in hand on the Jets. But if things were to end today, well, you know what? I mean, mathematically, the only thing that's going to change is who's in that 2 versus 3 spot. So if they started today, and almost guaranteed the T-Rex and Cougars will face off in round 1.
Yeah, and the reason why the league opted to do 1, 2, and 3 with the byes is because of the amount of teams that are in that division. So they opted to do 1, 2, and 3 for the bye to move on to the second round. All the other divisions, only 1 and 2 get the bye.
Higher seed hosts in round 2. You'll have 2 versus 3. So essentially you are playing for home ice advantage in the second round, which is huge. You get all 3 games, should it go 3 games, at your home rink.
That was funny. Did you hear what Sarah did? She did the woo!
I wondered what that, I heard something.
Yeah,
I didn't
that
know.
was Sarah. Sarah getting in on it downstairs. That's funny.
And she asked me when we were leaving, she's like, what'd you think about it? I was like, you did really well. She's like, yeah, I've done it about 3 times already. I'm like, all right, thanks. Smith, down away to the backhand of the forehand, and couldn't get the shot off. Lost the puck. Graham in the corner, drops one off Smith. Smith tries an in-tight opportunity. Now Graham on the backhand, loose on the doorstep. LaPriest couldn't get the shot away. And now another drive from Wheeler. Loose. And
wow.
Who got it? Grayson LaPriest on the rebound. Second goal of the game. Makes it 5-0 Jets. Well, I'm not wearing a hat. Your dad is not wearing a hat, so you're the only one who can throw your hat should Grayson LaPriest get another goal. Well, judging from again, it is 12:32 on a Friday afternoon. There could be one hat on the ice should Grayson LaPriest pot another one. Kahn around to the far side. LaPriest shovels one down for Graham, across for Smith. Oh, what a save by Wagner. Just had the glove, and that's what they tell you. It's all about the attack angle on that glove. Wagner didn't have it back. He had it squared to almost down, so it cuts anything up here. Beautiful
cuts anything
save.
down if it does come out, that that puck drops right down in front of him. He's able to cover it up.
Beautiful save. Worked up to the point. Wheeler the shot. Whistled wide. 13:35 yet to play here in the second period as it's thrown towards the net. Wagner hangs on. Takes a swipe down there at Smith. It has been all Jets here in this one. Have you seen the score of the U.S. women's game against Czechia? I haven't. Last I saw was 4-1.
Didn't they actually play yesterday, or they play again today? They played yesterday. I believe it was 5-1.
Net comes off behind Wagner. Play blown dead by Derek Woodworth.
Net's off. Or that possibly went up and out of play.
And that looks to be off,
that was off
a little bit. Not even 7 minutes have gone by here in this second period of play. But kind of a grind of a period. Unlike yesterday's game, really went quickly. First period today went pretty quick. Dugan off to the races. Got to get the puck first. He's got Galvin heading to the net. Dugan cycles one back down for Galvin, and he drop kicks it. Jaybeck shot steered into the near side corner. Held in by Jaybeck. Can't get around Aksanov, who drops one back for Mulligan. Return feed for Aksanov. Fed on ahead. Pulik stepped up. We're not going to have an icing call. We're going to continue on as Wagner.
Oh, we got a little extracurricular going on over there.
Thrown towards the net. Loose on the doorstep. Not worth it in this game.
Again, that was one of the opportunities. He was looking at what they were doing to the left, and who is that, number 15 there?
Jaybeck.
He was too busy chirping and doing whatever he was doing with the Jets player. They completely lost track of the puck, and that puck was sitting right out there in front of him.
Could have made it 6-0 as Dugan tries to axe one out of the zone. Flopped on ahead. Galvin can't get there. Schwarzer picks up. Dumps on in, runs into Pulik. Wagner backhands one, now forehands one into the skates of Maxwell. On the doorstep was Chambers. Another shot through traffic. And the net come off again behind Wagner. Just a little bit. Just a little wonky down there. Do the officials even see it is the question.
I don't believe they see it, but that net on the right side is off. Looks like referee Woodward's going to grab it. Yep.
12:03 to go, second period of play. Jets up 5-0 in this one. Otto works one down to the half wall. Shores to the net. Maxwell picks up far side corner. Stapled to the wall by Cookman. Maxwell can't get a very good shot off. He was tied up by Cookman. Pass picked off Maxwell. Spins one to the point for Otto. Cycles one back down and around. Schwarzer tried to go up top with it. Maxwell down for Shores. Lost it. Maxwell fires a pass up to the point. Kennedy was right there. Knocks it free. Otto picks up. Bounces one on ahead for Jason Shores. Shores works through a little stick work. Fires a pass to the far side for Dix as net comes off. Once again, Velarde tumbled to the ice. The water bottle came off the net and everything. You can tell the Cougars are getting very, very tired. I mean,
They are, and they still got another game tomorrow.
They certainly do.
That makes it tough when you're back-to-back weekends like that. And it's like I said, it's our mini Chicago showcase, and it's a lot, because frustrations build up amongst players, and then that carries over to the other games. So far they've been able to keep it in check, but you can see some of it building up periodically throughout the game.
Shot off the side of the net from Stomp, digging away on the doorstep. Puck squirts out of the zone. Lorraine quickly dumps back in. LeGros gives chase, as does Pulik. Pulik worked over by Stomp on the far side. Jua for Lorraine through a stick. Connects with Dix. Tyler Dix around the net. Motor never shuts off for Tyler Dix. Receives the pass. Walks in. Fires into some traffic. Rebound, pinballs right back to him. Passes up top, Jua. Sauce back for Dix. As LeGros picks up. Got a lane. LeGros towards the net on the doorstep with Stomp. Had one opportunity at it. LeGros backhands across. Couldn't connect with Dix. As Cookman lost it, picked it back up. We are past the halfway point in this one. Stomp for LeGros, back for Stomp. Oh, what a save, Wagner! He was going to his left, shot went to the right. Somehow got a piece of that one.
And this pressure that the Jets are putting on right now, it's just, you can almost say it's a clinic. Just unbelievable, the pressure. That Chicago's just having one heck of a time just trying to get it out of the zone.
Martinez takes one extra little circle, gets himself another second of air as Graham picks up, lost the puck. Boduk flying in the neutral zone, waiting on the pass. May have gotten it there if Corvo hadn't touched it.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about with the frustrations building up. And they're opting to only take the Cougars. He was on top of them, pushing them around.
Hamad Khan.
There was a possible third man in on that, too, that they could have taken, but they opted not to. It looked like he more or less trying to just pull him off, pull him apart. So.
Yeah, Laprise went in and grabbed his guy away. It looks like that's what they're going to talk about now, as that will bring up for the time being, unless nothing changes, a Metro Jets Foundation power play.
Yeah, it's looking like they are going to take them, so it's going to be some offsetting minors there.
And that just triggered an ad read, Matt Naaman.
Oh, it did, huh?
While we certainly appreciate everyone tuning in for Metro Jets
Oh,
hockey,
that's a double minor.
then it's a power play, right?
It should be a 2-minute.
2-minute power play. Oh, wait, hold on. 2-minute 4-on-4.
2-minute 4-on-4, and
Yes,
then a 2-minute.
Then a 2-minute
Yes,
power play. So,
yep,
yes, I
yep.
can do an ad read.
Yes, you can.
While we certainly appreciate everyone tuning in for Metro Jets hockey exclusively on Black Bear TV, there's nothing like being here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena live for a Jets home game. At just $8 a ticket, plus a plethora of game day giveaways, watch the biggest junior hockey league in the country right here in Metropolitan Detroit. And
no, they just, okay.
Okay, so it is a power play for the Jets, right off the jump.
Yes. Okay.
So they'll just have, looks like, I believe Hamad Khan will just sit in the box for 4 minutes. Somebody else will serve the first two and come out in a couple. So it is a Metro Jets Foundation power play. Jets looking to add to their lead. Just over 9 minutes to play in this one. Racosta slowly at first, picks up speed, accelerates through the neutral zone. Little chip and chase. Can't get around Vander Velpen. Aksanov to Wheeler, and offsides is called. $8:52 to go here in this. Another minute and 20 to go on the Metro Jets Foundation power play. Oh, that one's going to hurt. As Mulligan gets spun down as well, but that hit the linesman. Looked like right on the thigh. Schwarzer carries on in. Drop pass. Lee to the near side for Mulligan. Mulligan tight roping the blue line. Lee holds in, jams one down for Schwarzer. Schwarzer pirouetting away from the pressure. Work down Schwarzer. Drop pass, miscommunication. Maxwell and Lee not in the area at that time, so Lee back to pick up. Lee carries on ahead. Zone entry to the half wall. Towards the net he goes. Got a piece of it, did Schwarzer. As Vander Velpen for Dugan. Odd man rush. Dugan's got Galvin with him. Across he goes. Galvin to the backhand. What a save, Lee. On the rebound, they score. Short-handed goal for the Cougars. Lee made a beautiful first save. We'll see. Looks like Dugan may have gotten that one. Little extra celebration from Nico Dugan. About the first thing that's gone right, really, for the Cougars here in this one.
Yeah, it is. They've just had one heck of a time trying to solve Lee, and that's that puck luck they're looking for. I mean, it was a odd man rush, 3-on-1, 3-on-1.5. You know, Jets had a guy out in the back.
Stretch pass for Dix with a wrist shot, whistles it wide of the glove. Shoveled back down by Otto, thrown in front for LeGros. On the doorstep stomp, and another nice save made by Wagner. Sent down the ice, Kennedy and Otto come together. Now the penalty timer had gone off, and now another 2 minutes have gone back up on the clock. I believe that's just a clock error as it's thrown towards the net by Stomp. It's 5-on-5 on ice strength. Jua pokes one back for LeGros. Shot. Wagner the save. Dix was waiting on a rebound that never came. That shorthanded goal, Matt Naaman, for the Cougars, their fourth of the season. Their penalty kill has looked pretty solid over first game and a half.
Yeah, it really hasn't been. So even that, their percentage of their penalty kill, really, from what we're seeing today, doesn't really tell the tale on what Chicago can do on their penalty kills.
Kennedy trying to get away. Nice recovery by Otto. Graham, drop pass. Smith off the reception of the pass from Shores. Works inside, back out. Puck poked free. Smith down for Graham. Knocked it out of the air. Backhand shot blocked by Pulik. Back the other way goes Jack Martino. Backhand pass into the skates of Graham. Karam's right to Jua. Poked on ahead for Shores. He's got Smith with him. 2-on-3. As Shores works in, takes the shot, and Wagner makes the save. Nice work by Shores to even get that shot away.
Yeah, Shores just kept going on it. He didn't give up on it. The puck landed right in front of him after he went off the skates to his Chicago players. He was still able to keep up with it and get that shot off.
Costa line back out for the Jets. Lubers off the face-off. Wires one towards the net. Lubers again off the face-off. I don't know if Wagner got a piece of that. That one was zipped over the net. Lubers works down low. He'll take another shot. This time Wagner drops to the butterfly and covers up.
What are the shots? We'll try to get the shots on goal. I think Randy's keeping track of that up here, so I will. I'll get an update on that.
Acosta from the slot, the one-timer scores, as that makes it 6-1. Picks up a point. So after also recording a stat line of 1 goal and 2 assists yesterday, picks up an assist here today, or excuse me, a goal here today. 5:58 to go. Second period of play. We'll reset at center ice. Wagner has been pulled from this game. In comes Itamar David. Pull up his stats here for you in a moment. Let's play quickly back down to the Cougars zone. 25-4 are the shots this period in favor of the Jets as Schwarzer carries on in. Drop pass for Chambers. So coming into this second period, oh, look at that. They just updated them on the live scoring. They have him as 25-7. Randy Wilson has him as 25-4. Nonetheless, shots are 46-11 or 46-14, depending on your source. That's over 4-1.
That's a huge difference, and that's not a way to win a game right there. That is not a recipe for success.
Certainly is not that. Cougars goal reads Dugan from Galvin and Vander Velpen. So the big guys that you talk about all the time. Shot towards the net, David the save. Fired back down around by Wheeler. Chambers tight angle, save made by David, who is 2-8-0-0 on the season with a 6.28 goals against average and an .883 save percentage. Flop down the ice wide of the cage of Lee, and icing is called against the Cougars. Little outcast. Taking it way back.
Yeah.
I don't know about.
Well, not that back. I mean, come on. Well, you're a bit younger than me.
Lee throws it towards the net, blocked by Vander Velpen. Oh, what year did that? So was that 03?
Yeah,
Something like
that wasn't that long ago. What are you
well,
talking
I don't even
about?
have a memory of those times. LeGros fires one wide. Lee back down off the stick of Dix. Jua back down to the corner. Aksenov and Lubers picking up assists on the Racosta goal. LeGros, the shot wide. Dix towards the net. David got there. Lukowski off the glass, nearly hits Derek Woodworth. LeGros shuffles one back for the half wall. Lee, the wrist shot. Might have caught David up high by the helmet.
Yeah, it looked like it went out of his helmet. He was adjusting it there just for a minute.
Out comes Cookman, 3:23 to play in the second period, 6-1. Break the other way. Dixon LeGros in on Lukowski. LeGros the shot over the net. Thrown back behind the net. LeGros looked like he thought about the Michigan there. Flipped it up to his stick and was quickly knocked away. Jua the shot. Corvo got a piece of it. Ricochet is wide. Pulik one hands that around. That was a good chop around with one hand. Jua towards the net, redirected by Stomp. And a tight angle as David is just flopping around. Puck comes free.
They got lucky. They blew the whistle just as that actually was past the goal line and came back out. They blew the whistle there just in time.
Puck was just laying there. .5'9", 145-pounder between the pipes right now for the Cougars. Smith backhands one to the slot. Graham was there, 2:42. Big collision there. Played on in. And it's loose in front. Opportunity there for the Jets. Quickly nullified. Martinez down the ice. Laprise picks up, dumps on in. We will have our Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club on ice reporter Sarah Vassar rinkside once again at the intermission. Some more good options here. That's the one thing we really haven't had to have too many hard decisions here as David sprawls out to hang on to this one. Things have been pretty easy for us. Guys putting up points. We just locked it in, Matt Naiman.
What's that?
Our intermission interview.
Oh, yeah? You guys got it. Yeah, why not?
He's had quite a weekend so far. We're aboard him with a little screen time. Vander Velpen out of the zone. No, held in by Mulligan as there's a broken stick on the ice. Flip towards the point. Hansen. Drop pass for Aksenov. Aksenov walks in. Puck knocked off his stick. Minute 18 to go in the period. Hansen, the shot blocker save made by David. Mulligan wants a redo there. Mulligan carries on ahead. He got it. Mulligan on in. Drop pass. Lubers the shot off the side of the net. Lubers under a minute to play in the period towards the net for Racosta. Racosta pokes it around. And now giving chase, Aksenov. Got in front of the pass, Aksenov tries to cycle one back. Martino into the skates of Kennedy. Hansen a hard pass back for Mulligan, feeds on ahead, Racosta. Racosta dances on in. Diving block, he got around it from Vander Velpen. Racosta to the point for Hansen. Hansen, return feed now for Aksenov. The tight angle shot. David had it underneath them. Didn't know it at first. 22.6 seconds to go in the second period. It's 6-1 Jets. Jets got to be about at 30 shots here in this period, Matt Naiman.
Oh, they just have not let up at all, which is what they strive for. They keep going, and that's what can make this Jets team any of the Jets teams so successful. The staff here, the coaching, make sure that they leave their foot on the gas and they give it 110% for all 60 minutes of play.
As the buzzer sounds, we're through 40 minutes of play. We can now announce that Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club on-ice reporter Sarah Vassar will be rinkside with Ronnie Lubers. Had a goal and an assist in that second period of play. He certainly aided quite a bit in adding to that lead, as Sarah Vassar has Ronnie Lubers rinkside now. Sarah, take it away.
Thanks, Zeke. So, Ronnie, you had 1 goal and 1 assist. Your line was pretty hot this second period. What did you guys see there?
We were just moving our feet, getting chances. We're just not trying too much, not trying to dangle around guys. We know we can, but why not just keep it simple, get pucks deep, and go to work.
Okay, so heading into the third period, what do you guys have to do with a game like this?
We just really got to close it out. We got to keep stuff simple on our own end. I know, like, the last couple of games we played these guys, we tend to give up a little bit, but we got to just finish through and then come ready tomorrow, get that done, and go to the next weekend. We got to come ready for that.
All right, well, good luck with the rest of the game. Back up to you guys on the flight deck.
Thank you, Sarah. Yeah, he said keep it simple in your own defensive zone. You have to do anything fancy. Just close it out, right?
Yep, that's it. Keep it simple. You don't need to complicate things. They're doing exactly just that. At times you see them trying to take advantage of situations and stuff like that and get a little bit fancy, and it's really not working out. So, that's something that the coaches keep in their head. You keep it simple, things will happen.
How about Roman Stefik? Look at that, Matt Naiman. He's helping out push nets. Not in the lineup today. What a young man. The way he carries himself, we'll talk about him more next period. But he's helping out with the nets. That's amazing. Doesn't even play here.
Yeah, that's nice to see when you get guys from the other teams chipping in, helping us out here. As that's pretty much what all this is. All of us here, a lot of us here are on a volunteer basis, right? I do what I do, and I enjoy being here with the boys, supporting them, supporting the team. My son played with them for 4 years. I like what they do. I love the organization. I love the staff here, and it's just that's why we keep coming back year after year.
100%. That is going to do it for the second period of play. We're going to step aside for the ice cut. When we come back, we will have our DTS drivetrain specialist second period recap. But your score at the end of 2 periods of play: Metro Jets 6, Chicago Cougars 1. And we welcome you back for the DTS Drivetrain Specialist second period recap. For over 40 years, DTS has been the place to go for hardcore drivetrain solutions. Founded and run by performance enthusiasts, DTS is the kind of place they were looking for but could never find. Located in Warren, Michigan, DTS is the place for all the high-performance parts and all the hard-won knowledge required to make them work in hardcore applications. Go to drivetrainspecialist.com for more information. That second period started off hot for the Jets once again at the 2:59 mark. Ronnie Lubers had a 2-on-1 with Aksanov, picked up his 12th of the season. Aksanov and Jua on the assist. So Scott Jua in his 75th career game gets an assist, continues his point streak as well, Matt Naiman. He's up to 7 points on a 5-game point streak. And about 3 minutes after that, Grayson Laprice scored his second of the game, assisted by Wheeler and Graham. And about 6 minutes after that, the Cougars finally getting on the board. Nico Dugan, short-handed I should add, had that 2-on-1. Initial save was made by Jesse Lee, and then Dugan found the rebound, put it in. And then at the 14-minute mark, right on the doorstep was Aiden Ricosta. Bang, bang play. You got a 5-goal lead. Ronnie Lubers said, we just got to close it out. I mean, if you can get another one, if you really want to get out of here, get another one, put it in a runtime. But, yeah, I mean, just essentially same thing as yesterday, right?
Yeah. I mean, the Jets just keeping the pressure on, and, you know, unfortunately with Chicago just being so short on the bench, it's just it's tough for any team to keep up like that. And you know, the Jets, especially where the standings are at right now, they got to take advantage of these situations and win these games when they can.
Absolutely. Again, they are neck and neck right now with the Fort Wayne Spacemen, who play the Chicago T-Rex here this afternoon at home, I should add, which certainly helps for Fort Wayne. So any games you can win now, if you're Metro, really just help your case. As, again, we're at the tail end of the season, right? This is game 39 for Metro, 38 for Fort Wayne as we look at the upcoming schedule. Obviously tomorrow taking on these same Chicago Cougars. So if you can get your 6 points here this weekend, you really like your chances to finish out strong. But you are looking at a couple of games in particular here, Matt Naiman. 1 week. If I look at that right, February 13th, 2026, Fort Wayne Spacemen, Metro Jets Elite. February 19th, here at MCIA, Fort Wayne Spacemen, Metro Jets Elite.
Yeah, and Fort Wayne is a tough team against this Metro Jets, so you know, if they get the 6 points, lose to Fort Wayne, that's 4. They're still up another 2 points, which then still extends their lead to 3, depending on what Fort Wayne does with their games they got coming up. And Fort Wayne still has a game in hand, so that still could keep this really tight.
Certainly does. Again, this is my favorite time of the year. You look at all the numbers, you crunch the numbers as we try and pull up the Fort Wayne Spacemen schedule. Here, Fort Wayne. Today, last home game for Fort Wayne, however, today. Chicago T-Rex, 4:30 start on that. And they've got the T-Rex tomorrow on the road in Chicago. The Jets, obviously, on the 13th at the Summit Sports and Ice Complex. So out of Chicago, they'll take on the Cougars. They've got the Red River Spartans, the Crush, and the Jets. So there's still a lot in those 2 and 3 seeds. There's a lot to play for yet this season for both sides. As 20 minutes on the board, puck is down. It's hockey time in Mount Clemens, Michigan. The Jets up by 5 as we enter the final 20 minutes of play. Otto picks up behind his own cage. Hands off for Wheeler, fired ahead, intended for Stomp. Couldn't quite connect. Hamad Khan dumps back the other way. Yeah, another doubleheader today, another doubleheader tomorrow here at MCIA. Coming up next, we'll have the Chicago Cougars and MJDP, a rematch of yesterday. that the Cougars won 4-2. Should be another good game here this afternoon. That's slated for a 2:30 puck drop here also on Black Bear TV. LeGros dumps back in. Going on the brakes, Corvo feeds ahead for Boduk. Stomp with Dix, finds him. Dix drives into the forehand and scores. Tyler Dix, second of the game. Continues his impressive weekend here at MCIA. That makes it a 6-goal lead, Matt Naiman.
And I believe his 13th goal of the season.
If I remember correctly, the website always shows one more goal than what they actually have, correct?
Yes. Yep.
So the first goal was 11. This will be 12 on the season for Tyler Dix. So make sure we get that right. 12th goal of the season for Tyler Dix. And that should also, we're getting closer to run time. Is it 8 goals, Matt?
I think it is, I believe it is eight goals.
Shot from Graham. He hit the dome of David as Laprise backhands in front on the doorstep, sitting there. And Graham couldn't put it home. Dugan down the ice. Kennedy fans on the shot. Dugan poking away. See if they've updated shots from that second period. Still says 25-7 on the live scoring. The 7 may be correct for the Cougars, but you got to think it's well over 30.
Yeah, the Jets have just been a plethora of goals between the first, second period, and no signs right now of them letting up.
Jua feeds on back for Hansen. Now on ahead for Smith. 1 touches for Laprise. 2 goals in this one. Can he get a third? Laprise upended. Jua throws one to the far side for Lubers. Ronnie Lubers harassed by Dugan. Works around. Lubers in front for Laprise. Nearly found the stick. Guys chopping away at it. Held in. Nice play by Jua. Throw towards it. Redirected by Lubers. And he had another whack at it. He really has come alive since puck drop of the second period. Been all over the place. (16:37) and counting.
So it's 6.
Okay. You got to wonder, they must have agreed to run the clock because of the short bench for the Cougars.
Well, yeah, I know they did that yesterday. I didn't want to make the announcement, but through the iPad here, I can see the text messages coming through the queue, so I try not to spy,
Axonov's shot is blocked by Vander Velpen. That's one of those player safety things, right? I mean, at the end of the day, they're young hockey players. Axonov a shot. David jumps on it.
Yeah, that, and, like I said, we've seen some of the frustrations coming through, and so it does help with that. So with the frustrations, the players don't do something stupid, and then they're out the next game. And, it is, so it's a part of player safety, but then it's a part of, there's no way they're going to crawl out of this. Let's just get it done. Let's go home, right?
Yeah, back to the hotel, rest up for tomorrow's action as Lee fights to get back. Nice back check from Lee. Feeds out of the near side. Mulligan one-hands it to Axonov. Shrugged down by Martinez. Lubers trying to find it. Ronnie Lubers lumbers on in. Pass picked off by Martinez. Lubers, nice hands. Lubers drives his way in. Still with the puck, Ronnie Lubers. A shot shoulder save made by David. Lubers again to the backhand. Has the stick chopped out of his hands. As we continue on. Under 15 to play. Recosta throws on the brakes. Tries to work his way up towards the point, and he'll find Lee with a pass shot. David hangs on. 14:46 and counting remains in this one. It's 7-1 Metro.
Now that's a player I'd like to see a score goal here soon. Would be Lee. He's had the drought what Hansen had for the longest time, and he's been close. He's got a good shot from the blue line, and Hasn't had that puck luck as of yet.
Young man out of Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Couple of goals on the season for him.
Yeah, great young man. He stayed with us last year, and got to get to know him really well. And he helps us out at the farm when he's here when he can. Beginning of the season, which is nice. It's nice to have some of the guys come out help us out there at the farm. So
Kahn feeds on ahead, bounces off the stick of Boduk. Otto stretch pass down the ice for Chambers, tries a jump cut around Kahn, who picks up. Every time Hamad Khan starts rushing up the ice, that cage just starts a-flying. Loves the hang on the cage. That was even when I was playing, that was a lot of sty, as the boys would call it. A little style. Khan calls for the pass, fires a shot, and redirected in. Khan
look at that, might have went off the bottom of his glove.
It fluttered weird. As Corvo is going to head to the front of the handshake line. The way it looked, Corvo got a piece of it, and then off the glove of Lee and in.
Yeah.
So that'll make it a 7-2 game. 11th of the season for Matthew Corvo.
Yeah, but it's nice to see that even with where the game's at right now, some of the Chicago boys, with that last goal, they still got a smile on their face, right? So they're still, they're playing the game they love, win or lose, and it's nice to see.
Yeah, you can come out of this and still you're out with the boys, right? You're on a road trip with the boys, and you said it. You get to play the game you love. As LeGros carries in, hands off, Dix the shot and scores. Tyler Dix.
I believe that would be his third with the hat trick.
Hat trick for Tyler Dix. Open the scoring. Padded one in the middle. And now with 12:08 and counting to go.
Well, and Tyler was going for Laprise.
Hey, we got to go for a little double hat trick action. See, this is kind of like yesterday. We talked to Tyler Dix in the first period here. He got the hat trick. We talked to Braden Graham in the second intermission yesterday. He ended up with a hat trick. Got to spread the love around his Dix. Blocked the pass. A quick shot from Stump. 11:37 and counting. Still a 6-goal lead for the Jets here.
Come on, you've been dancing all game long. You got to do it. You won't catch me doing that one.
No chicken dance for Matt Naiman.
Nope.
Hey, the boys are having fun on the ice. We got to have a little bit of fun up here in the broadcast.
You can have your own fun. I'll give you Matt Freer's box of crayons. You go right ahead.
What do you want me to eat some crayons? Is that what you're telling me?
I'll give you a coloring book and a helmet. You'll be all set.
Well, I was down in the office before the game as Wheeler feeds on across to Dix. And they said if you get bored, LeGros backhand shot, save made by David. We've got the little bears down there that they're coloring for the Olympics that they're taping on the Zamboni. Galvin shot, save made by Lee. They said you can have one if you want to color one before you leave.
Oh, jeez. You want to know something? I gotta grab one of those and keep it up here for Matt when he gets back.
So I may have to do one of those before I get on the road here this afternoon. Dix the shot, save made by David. We'll see what time I get out of here. Does the name Ian Duncan ring a bell? Played for the Winnipeg Jets.
Yes.
So he's a family friend of ours.
Nice.
And my dad texted me the other night and said, hey, what are you doing Friday? I said, well, I'm going up and calling some games in Mount Clemens. Why? Well, Dunk got us tickets to the BG game. They play St. Thomas tonight down in BG. 7 o'clock game. So depending what time I get out of here, hopefully the road should be clear. Maybe I haven't been to a BG game in a while.
Oh, yeah, that'd be a good one.
I tell people, they ask how I'm doing. It's like, it's been a week full of hockey, just hockey.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of it. These guys, you mentioned it, they're on the road having fun. I've transitioned to the booth, right? I mean, this is where I have my fun now. As Vander Velpen spins away from the pressure, lobs one through the neutral zone. But, what the heck, why not? Graham hands off, fires a shot in. Whoa! What a shot Braden Graham scores. That was That had some whip to it.
Wow. Quick little wrister glove side right off the post and in.
Just cleanly beating David on the glove side. And just as they did yesterday, where in the third period, Metro made things really get out of hands. We're up to a 7-goal lead here. Things spiraling quickly.
Yeah, Matt Prairie just texted me a bit ago. He said, well, maybe it was a good thing that I stepped away. Is Hanson scoring some goals? And I just replied back to him. I go, yeah, you're fired.
Well, I'll tell you what. We'll see. If he doesn't score tomorrow, you may have to give me a call.
Sorry, Pete. I made an executive decision on that one.
Pete Kamek. If you're out there listening, I'm sure he is. Hello. Haven't seen you in a while. Probably since, was he here at the Detroit Showcase? Remember if I saw him or not when he in the Detroit Showcase.
That was a blur.
Wow. It certainly was.
And I believe he was, though. Yeah, he was.
I thought I did. So, hello again,
yeah,
Pete.
because the wife and I gave him his Christmas gift, the Jets decanter.
Fancy.
That we got made up.
Shot save made by David. Fed in front. Shores was right there. It's a fancy gift.
Yeah.
Was it like
was
laser
nice.
engraved?
No. I think I may have a picture of it.
Dugan, nice move. And I forgot to remind you to pull up that golf video from the first intermission.
Yeah.
Thought of it now. As Shores gives chase. Pitched back the other way. Now Otto on ahead for Shores. Shores for Laprise, just out of his reach. Lee plays it back in. Laprise into the corner. Works around Lukowski. Laprise, backhand. Save made. Shores digs away, and David holds on.
There we go. There's the shot of it right there.
That is very fancy.
Yes.
$7:10 and counting to go here in this one. 9-2 lead for the Jets. Now that's Detroit right there, Matt. Name a little Eminem, a little Slim Shady. Lee fires on ahead for Lubers.
Boy, I got a story about that guy. He used to visit my aunt's bar. That'll be something I'll talk to you about off air. It's actually it's quite hilarious, but it's not made for airtime.
Galvin's shot redirected up and out of play. It's understandable.
You know who these guys are, right?
Yeah, it's that's Ollie Postonen and Jacob Ardown.
Yeah.
On the bench boys.
And that
oh,
guy?
the keeper of the cup. I met him.
Yeah.
The Stanley Cup was in Toledo. Holy cow! Oh my goodness.
That was the Latham Cup.
2013 was 2013. The Stanley Cup was at the Huntington Center in Toledo, home of the Toledo Walleye, and my team was invited down to get a picture with it. Galvin walks in, fires a shot over the net. That's the last time I think I saw the Stanley Cup. My grandpa got to talk to him. Real nice guy.
Oh, great guy.
Phil Pritchard, keeper of the cup. Every time I see him, like, I met that guy before. Actually, I may still have the whole team photo. Lubers on a crossword. Costa the shot. Rebound. Exonov can't put it home. Fascinating the way we can go from conversation just quickly back into calling a game. Fed on by Galvin. Carried in. Nathan Galvin the shot. That was quickly nullified. Lee on the rebound, the save. Kahn, the shot blocked by Lubers. Foot race here. Exonov trying to get there. Vander Velpen picks up. On ahead, just over 5 to go in the period. Now Exonov. Airmails one. Rakosta's got Schwarzer with him. Kahn, stick lifted. Schwarzer trying to fight for it. And Vander Velpen holds him away. Well, maybe not a whole team photo, but that's young Zeke with the Stanley Cup.
There you go. You know, I know something that is one thing I have not seen yet.
Really?
All the hockey stuff I've done, had opportunities, couldn't make it, things came up. And that is one trophy I would love to see.
It's, I'll tell you what, it's a beautiful thing to see in person. Love to get to Toronto to see it. And it's, I've never been to the Hockey Hall of Fame, never been to Toronto, but Yeah, it's just crazy the places hockey can take you, right? The people you meet when
Oh,
you're.
yeah, and that's what's great about the game of hockey.
You got to meet Gordie Howe not too long before he passed. He was living in Sylvania with one of his sons, who's a doctor in the Toledo area. Corvo carries on down to the forehand. Shot save made by Lee. Schwarzer. Yeah, he was a frequent visitor of Sylvania Tam O'Shanter. I don't know if you've ever been to that rink, Matt.
I have not.
One of the various rinks in Northwest Ohio. But he was a frequent visitor, and I was getting ready to go from I don't remember if it was my JV game to my varsity or varsity to JV, one of those. And there's just a big group of people in the lobby. I'm like, what the heck's going on? I got to get through here. I got a game I got to get ready for. And there stands Gordie Howe.
He used to bowl at Thunderbird Lanes out in Troy, the
Okay.
Troy, Rochester area on Thursday nights. This is way back when. And, great guy. I mean, he'd sit there and talk to you while he was bowling, and, all around great guy. Used to hang out with him all the time back in the day. And then with, I guess you could say with his age, he quit the bowling thing, but he was still very active in the community.
Yeah, I mean, not a ton of people can say, well, at least my age, could say they've met Gordie Howe. And, when I was a lot younger, a young man I played with, Gavin Euclid played for the Toledo Cherokee a few years back. Well, off air, we'll talk about all the guys as that shot bounced in, save made by David. All the guys that were on Gavin Euclid's team, I used to skate with them, that are playing in various places, various professional leagues, but got to go in the Red Wings locker room at the Joe, and it was just the places that you get to go.
Yeah.
.2:12 to go. Maxwell feeds down for Schwarzer. Wrap-around opportunity. Schwarzer still digging away. Under 2 to play here as Sarah Vassar and I try and figure out who we're going to talk to after this game. Otto feeds to the half wall. Lobbed ahead for Martino. 2-on-2. He goes with Kennedy. Puck taken away. Dugan around Schwarzer, but not Maxwell. Feeds on ahead for Chambers. Chambers, nice move. Goes outside in, back out. He's upended. Puck played around to the far side. Lee thought about going and then hesitated, pulled back. Now a 3-on-1. Delayed off sides gives the Jets an opportunity to regroup. Otto trying to go coast to coast. Lee and Stump both wanted that, and then they said, no, you can have it. As the puck reverts back to the Jets' defensive zone. 1 minute to play. Pass fired on ahead for Otto. He goes one-on-one with Vander Velpen. Shot off the skate of David. LeGros in front for Stump. Off the skate it goes. Dix picks up. Dix around the net. Fires a pass up top for Lee. Towards the net. He's looking for it. Lee with another shot. And if David wouldn't have closed off that post like he did, might be looking at a Max Lee goal there.
That'd be nice to see. I tell them every game, I should just keep repping them, it'll go. Same thing with Hansen, and Hansen's finally starting to come through.
Couple of goals in 2 games, 10 to play here. We'll see if we get a puck drop. I doubt it, as the Jets
they're just
heading
going to let
the
it
net.
play out.
And that is going to do it here in this one, a 9-2 victory for the Jets Elite, as they are now 25-13, 1-0, 51 points on this season. And second in the Midwest Division, the Cougars 434-0-0. These two teams will meet again tomorrow afternoon, third and final game of the series. as the Jets will salute the crowd. And then after that, we'll have Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club on-ice reporter Sarah Vassar with Grayson LaPrice. 2 goals in this contest, but before that, they will have their prayer circle. As now Sarah Vassar will find Grayson LaPrice. Had himself a couple of goals here in this one to continue his point streak. 6 goals, 6 assists, 12 points in his last 6 games. Sarah, go ahead and take it away.
Thanks, Zeke. So Grayson, you had 2 goals this game. Can you walk us through what you saw during those?
The first one, I just stayed in front of the net, and Max gathered it up on the blue line. Max gathered it up on the blue line for me and threw it to me down low, and I was able to backhand it by his glove. That was a good one. And the second one was just a greasy goal, able to get the rebound off a shot from Wheeler there. That was a good one for us.
Okay, so you guys have one more game tomorrow against this team. What do you think you guys have to do to finish out strong?
Try close it out. We don't like getting scored on by these guys, so try get that together tomorrow.
All right, well, great job, and we'll see you tomorrow. Back up to you guys on the flight deck.
Thank you, Sarah, for the interviews here this morning and afternoon. But Matt Name, do you have any final takeaways from this game?
No, it's just the fact that the Jets did what the Jets do, right? They wore you down, and that's what what happened to the Cougars with the short bench. And they kept it going. But the Cougars with the coaching staff, very respectable team, very respectable coaching staff. So they take stuff like this, they take it with pride. They still were able to get a couple goals in on them, and it was a good thing to see. It's tough when you got a team that's short like that. So all in all, 2 points for the Jets, and they got both teams got to regroup for tomorrow. We got another game coming up here tomorrow, and all 3 teams are playing tomorrow. We got DP coming up here next, and the Elite and DP play tomorrow, and as well as the main team Jets are going to be down in your barn there at Toledo. So we'll see what happens there. I'll be tuning in to that one here.
It should be a good one. That is going to do it once again here for this morning and afternoon's contest. Final score, Jets 9, Cougars 2 for Matt Naiman, for Tyler Naiman, for the entire Jets organization. Really appreciate this. We got one more game to call before my time up here on the flight deck is done for this weekend. But we thank you for tuning in here this afternoon on Black Bear TV. Next game here on the Jets rink, MJDP and Chicago Cougars. Puck drop slated for 2 o'clock. We thank you for tuning in. My name is Zeke Fravor, filling in for Matt Preer. Have a great rest of your day.